Have you been struggling with what local SEO means? If so, stick around and we're going to do a deep dive in this video.
Hi, I'm Chris Romani, owner and founder of Romani Branding and Management. I've been a long-time supporter of local businesses, so when I started my YouTube channel, I wanted to do something to help the small businesses that have been so important to me. If you're a local business owner, these videos will help you market your business better outside and inside your walls. Thanks for watching, and if you enjoy these videos, don't forget to subscribe.
Hi everyone, this is Chris with RBM, and I wanted to take a step back today from my Google My Business videos and talk about local SEO and exactly what that means. Basically, I just want to make sure you understand why I'm asking you to invest time in Google My Business and some of these other resources. So this is going to be a slightly longer video, but I'm going to try to highlight the key points in my comments below. If during this video you feel like learning more about local SEO is going to improve your local business marketing, please hit the subscribe button and turn on the bell to get notifications about when new videos arrive. So I want to start today with a story. I had lunch with a potential client this week who was discussing his SEO problems. Now this person is an athletic trainer and he hired some consultants to build his website and he was really struggling ranking on SEO terms. So I started with a very simple question. I just asked him what terms he was trying to rank on. And I don't think you'll find any of these terms surprising. He was looking for terms like athletic training, getting in shape, the type of stuff you'd think about if you were an athletic trainer. And then I asked a very simple question. Had he tried ranking for athletic training in his town? And you can kind of see a light bulb go off at this point. People often think of keywords as individual words, but more likely than not, they're more like key phrases, several words that are put together. And one aspect of these phrases is often location. And this brings us to local SEO and why it's so powerful. So what exactly is local SEO? To put it simply, instead of trying to be found online where people are looking for a product generally, which is SEO or search engine optimization, your goal is to be found when people are looking for your product or service in your area. Let's face it, if you're a small business owner, there's no way your website is going to track online as well as a place like Gold's Gym or LA Fitness. But if somebody does a local search, you may just stand a shot at being shown. In fact, you probably will. As a local business owner, local SEO is going to be one of your most powerful marketing tools. Right now, when people do local searches, a Google map will show up over 90% of the time. And this means that 90% of the time, it probably doesn't even matter where your website ranks because the potential client is going to look at the map instead of the website listings. In some studies, over 20% of these searches result in a direct sale. Think about how you use your favorite search engine personally. If you went and did a search for gym equipment, look at the results that I got. Now this is all major brands with little presence locally. And this makes sense because all you to Google at this point is that you want to buy gym equipment. So now let's take a look at what happens if I say I want to buy gym equipment in Houston, which is where I'm from. Now before I show this, I just want to remind you that this search may not be as common as a general keyword search, but local searches are still very frequent and very powerful. Definitely enough to keep your business full. Okay, so here we have the top results for gym equipment in Houston. Immediately, you should see these are some wildly different results. All of these results are central to Houston, with the exception of Facebook, which is obviously international. Facebook, however, does provide a link to their marketplace where you can buy local items. And this should be a clue if you're selling some of these local items that maybe they should belong on Facebook Marketplace as well. So if all these local companies can place on the first page of Google, it makes sense that you would be able to as well. And remember, all of these searches had a map of local spots before these listings. That means that people are looking at the map before even searching for these web pages. So now you've seen the power of local SEO and targeting local searches. Now, how do you actually improve your ranking? I'm going to run through a couple items quickly here, and we'll follow up with longer videos on each topic in the future. For this video, I want to focus on tweaks to resources you probably already have instead of creating new content to minimize your time. And if you really want to know more about one of these areas, let me know in the comments below and I can try and prioritize that video. So the first thing is finding and claiming your Google My Business. If you don't know what that means yet, check out this video to get the process started. Basically, Google My Business is what lets your business show up on the map, get reviews, and let your clients know about the most important aspects of your operation, like the hours. Second, make sure you talk about where you're located on your website. This is more than just having a linked map, however, that will help, and why where you're located is important. This should be meaningful content. Similarly, make sure that people looking at your website truly understand the services that you provide. And finally, make sure any other online presences you have this local feel to them. So, for example, social media. Google likes when all components of your digital presence are connected to each other and sending the same messaging. So that's it. To review, local SEO is about showing up when a customer does a local search, like a hamburger in Atlanta. Showing up for these searches and on Google Maps is more critical for small businesses than typical search engine optimization where you're trying to rank for things nationally. Some things you can do to improve your local SEO is make sure that you're verifying on Google My Business, fixing your website to target these words, and making sure your other digital markers, like Facebook, are optimized for these words as well. At this point, I hope you've all learned how critical local SEO can be for your business, and I want to thank you for taking the time out of your day to spend it with me. Thanks again, and I'll see you on the next one.